Yoink. Swing. Sweet. Alright, so I get to put down a Vault of the Archangel, and then tap 3 to cast Lingering Souls.
Which gives you the 2/1/1 spirits.
Fuck yeah, it gives me 2/1/1 spirits. So you better get ready for some aerial hijinks. 3 in the air.
Okay. Who are you gonna block? Who are you gonna tap?
I'm gonna tap your this guy.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
All right then.
The wolves always come back.
All right, I'm gonna go for a mountain, and then I'm gonna spend 3 in order to cast the Immerwolf.
Immerwolf. Sweet.
Yay.
Yay.
Increased power and toughness, and increased power and toughness. All right, and then I'm gonna swing out for potentially 5.
5. Okay. I'm gonna not block any of that ish, so I'm down to 14.
All right, and with that, I will end.
The war of attrition has begun.
It has. Mwah.
It's only a matter of time before one of us dies. I'm gonna pay 3, he said, and cast a second Niblis of the Mist. And
Okay.
I'm gonna use this one when it ETBs to tap your Immerwolf.
All right.
Start of combat. I'm gonna swing into you for 5 in the air.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And the turn is yours. Jesus.
Okay. Ooh, that is very nice. I'm gonna put down another forest, and then I will spend 3 mana in order to cast the Pyreheart Wolf.
Oh boy.
Meaning that all my werewolves have menace, meaning they can't be blocked this turn.
Yay. Haha.
All right. So I will swing at you for 7.
Sweet. I'm down to 7, which means that I may be bona fide after all. There is a particular card in my deck that if I drew it at this exact moment, it would be fucking amazing. Let's see what happens. Well, it was not quite the card I was looking for, but it was another Niblis of the Mist, which I can put on the battlefield. So I need to really
Niblis of the Urn.
So I really need to think about this, because you're showing 9, and I need at least 2 creatures to block your Krowlin Horde killer. So this actually still looks doable. I'm going to combat step. I'm going to swing into you for 1, 3, 5, 6. When the Niblis of the Urn attacks, is going to tap your Pyreheart Wolf.
Okay. So I will take 6 in the air.
6 in the air, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
And it is your turn.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put down a mountain. And, I think I've got you, actually.
You might. You definitely might if you cast a spell right now.
All right. I'm going to swing out.
All right, you're swinging out. Okay, and all your creatures have menace because the Pyreheart Wolf attacks. Immerwolf has Intimidate, so I can't block it. So I'm going to send both of my 1/1s in order to block your Krowlin Horde killer.
Okay. Which would mean that you would normally take 6 damage, but in response, right, we're in blockers. In response to your blocks, I am going to cast the Briarpack Alpha.
It's a new card.
And
as a battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Wow, you sneaky devil, you. So you just magically gave yourself the last attack point you need in order to take me out.
Yep.
Very good. So instead of taking 6 damage, I take 8 damage instead, and both of my 1/1 flyers are dead. So and that's the game. Good game, sir.
Don't you love it when sets are this simple, dude?
Yeah, that's pretty simple. Well, it's simple, but it's not simple. I noticed that you played a much more even color distribution than what I did, which was to try to concentrate on white first and then black second. I was sitting on some dead cards in my hand because of the slight mana fuck I was experiencing. I only drew 4 lands the entire game, even though I'm running 23 lands. But yeah, I noticed that you were, not only were you getting your mana pretty evenly throughout the game, you also had been casting spells of each of the respective colors, where I was mostly playing white because that's what my deck is designed to do, is to play white first and black second. And I did
All right,
that, and I did that type of deck composition because, again, Evolving Wilds is the most useful insurance against mana fuck when you're running multicolored decks. And you can only run 4 of them. Everything else does not produce any particular mana whatsoever. They just give you extra abilities depending on what you're running.
Yeah. All right, so there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about before we end off. One, I got to show off the other cards that didn't actually get to see play, like my Increasing Vengeance and Increasing Savagery. I want to go over that cycle because it's pretty awesome. I noticed that you're running at least the white one. Are you running the black one?
Well, no, I'm not. I took out the black one. I was using it for a while, and then I decided to not use it.
Okay, but yeah. Clinging Mist specifically is a card that I fucking love. It's a fog with a Frost Nova effect that is so goddamn nice. But I wanted to talk about the increasing cycle because each of the increasing cards have got flashback on them, and although the flashback cost is relatively fucking insane, especially on increasing savagery, these are some really goddamn powerful effects. Like increasing vengeance, being able to do a dual cast like increasing savagery. If I ever actually got the ability to do it, that would have been so goddamn nice.
Yeah. Well, I noticed also that that's taking a big risk on your part, is using spells that require 2 of a particular color. And in a situation, again, where it's hard to produce the correct colors consistently. Yeah, and if you could totally pull it off, like, bravo. Not likely, though.
Ooh, you actually decided to run the Sorin. Nice.
The black infusion, I wanted to run more of a control style. I didn't really use all that much control except for the thing with the Niblis of the Urn is that it's really a moot point if I could tap target creature if my creature can already fly over your creatures. I mostly wanted to get into my Tragic Slips, but I suppose I could take a lesson from this that maybe I shouldn't try to cheat the deck and manufacture a way to get black mana consistently if I'm not running enough black mana. Having lots of white cards is nice, but then I start piling up with these black cards like Tragic Slip. Tragic Slip is a very powerful 1-drop card if used correctly.
Right.
And I also ran Sorin, of course, because Token Swarm plus -2 loyalty put an emblem on the battlefield that says creatures you control get +1/+0. Yeah, that would synergize very nicely.
Yeah. I actually really like this Sorin. It's not my favorite Sorin. I think my favorite Sorin is actually the one in the Tarkir block, but...
And I also thought you were going to be running more tokens, so I thought Sudden Disappearance would be pretty potent indeed.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the werewolves. They're not tokens, and they don't actually generate tokens that much. So I think white has got the most token generation in this set specifically.
Oh, totally.
Because that's what it really wants to do. This set and the Innistrad block as a whole is really showcasing what the main objective of the colors actually is. Because like Gruul Werewolves, it's an aggro deck. It's a relatively simple aggro deck. You get big guys and they run over your opponent's smaller guys. White has got a lot of tokens and flyers in it, but they're really goddamn tiny. But they get like a bunch of field-wide buffs, like Sorin for Orzhov. Orzhov specifically does a lot of good stuff with spirits. And I'm kind of surprised we didn't actually get to go over Morbid, because I think Morbid specifically is a great goddamn keyword, and I would love to see it come back.
Well, that's what I'm saying about Tragic Slip. Tragic Slip has been reprinted many times because of its Morbid keyword ability. -13 is usually a kill.
Yeah. So any other major thoughts about this set, dude?
The Throbbing Doomsayer. As I was simulating hand after hand with this set, I just love saying out loud, tap 3 to cast the Throbbing Doomsayer. Improves my probability of wins by approximately 33%. I was actually what I thought was going to happen is that you were going to kill my Throbbing Doomsayers, but you weren't killing my creatures. You were killing my life points. Yeah, I was just
ignoring them. I get to do that with Menace. Menace is such a busted keyword. But it's honestly not as busted as I think it is, but it is really busted.
That Menace, yeah, this set actually gives you numerous options to attack your opponent directly. Case in point, Sudden Disappearance removes every non-land permanent your opponent controls so that he has no non-land permanents that can block. Lots of flying, lots of Intimidate. I was using the Executioner's Hood for a while until I realized that it was redundant to the point that I was running lots of flyers because you told me you were running red and green, like, okay, he's not going to be able to block a creature with Intimidate, but look at that, you actually use Intimidate more on me, and I couldn't have possibly gotten it. There are no artifact creatures in this set. There aren't even that many useful artifacts. They kind of suck.
Yeah. The artifacts here are not that great. I mean, that's an issue that the Innistrad block has in its entirety. Like, aside from the Elbis Blade that transforms into the Cacodemon of Doomsaying, there's not really all that much here for artifacts.
Yeah, and that's not the point is that, well, I mean, the artifacts are like, pitchforks and warhammers and woodcutting axes and this, because of the human element. Humans actually comprise many of the creatures in this set because of the human werewolves that transform, because of the Throbbing Doomsayer, Gather the Townsfolk, which also is a ridiculously powerful card if used in quick succession, if you're running 4 of them. Skurzdag Flare 2 also is human, and he could sacrifice himself in order to fuck up target player's creature pool. And yeah, they were really pushing this whole, like, it's the colonial theme, really. I mean, just looking at increasing savagery, like, that shit was real. That people had nightmares about big barring animal teeth just drooling at them in the window while they were trying to sleep.
All right, so this has been us exploring Dark Ascension. Next time, Cloud gets to pick the set, and I have a feeling that I have no idea what he's going to pick.
Yeah, you would be right about that.
All right, be safe, everybody.
Peace out, everyone.